Good, happy Friday morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to your news and weather update right here on the Riley King Radio Network. Let's get started. First up, lack of need-based aid has New Hampshire students looking elsewhere for college. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
Make it McMokin.
And with no money down, drive into 2017 with the all-new Chevy Cruze LS for only $123 a month. Drive the all-new 2017 Chevy Malibu LS for only $209 a month.
Make it McMokin Chevrolet.
It's late on a weeknight, and Woodsville High School senior Denny Ruprecht and his friends are hard at work. Denny maintains a near-perfect grade point average. He's president of the Student Council and the Future Business Leaders of America, and he's interested in a wide range of subjects.
Anything social studies. I love social studies. My favorite class was probably civics.
Denny's heading to college in the fall, wherever he gets the most financial aid, but he's not expecting much from his home state.
Some state schools in other states I could go to and pay their out-of-state tuition, and it would be less expensive than in-state in New Hampshire.
New Hampshire is one of only two states, the other being Georgia, that provides no designated need-based aid to in-state students who want to go to college. It could be one reason that coming out of high school, the Granite State's best and brightest are leaving in droves.
Right now, we're exporting the highest percentage of four-year college-going students in the country. And we've got to do what we can to keep those students here.
Chancellor Todd Leach says the university system provides student aid from the $81 million it receives from the state each year, but the lack of a true need-based scholarship creates a distinct disadvantage.
We're seeing states around us invest more in higher ed to try to not only keep their own workforce, but try to take some of our students and migrate them away from New Hampshire to be part of their workforce.
Given New Hampshire's rapidly aging population, retaining gifted youth has become a priority for some lawmakers here at the State House.
I think there's bipartisan agreement that this is important. How to do it is where we're going to have the discussion.
Representative Wayne Burton of Durham is working on a bill that would have the state take on a significant portion of a student's debt if that student maintains good grades and signs an affidavit promising to live and work in New Hampshire after graduation.
It would basically cut in half the amount of loans they'd have to take out if they went to a university system New Hampshire institution.
And we need to recognize that.
Republican legislative leaders like Representative Neil Kirk of Ware are supportive of the idea, but the price tag remains an issue.
It can vary anywhere between $5 million probably and $30 to $35 million a year. So it's not inexpensive, depending upon what it is that you want to do.
The legislature cut need-based scholarships during the Great Recession. Kirk says if they're restored, they'd eventually be at risk again.
I don't think it's wise to start a program that is ongoing in the face of cyclical revenues, ups and downs, when you can't be sure that even in the worst of situations, we're going to have the $5 million or whatever it is that we need for this program.
But Representative Burton says if nothing changes, the state will miss out, limiting opportunity for its most promising students.
The talent's just as apt to come out of a low-income family in Coos County as it is to come out of Bedford High School or Oyster River High School. But unless the kids from Coos County have the same opportunity as the kids from Oyster River or Bedford or Hampton, we will never know.
Up in Woodsville, Denny Ruprecht's college applications are already in the mail. The immediate future is wide open, but it's not likely to include New Hampshire.
I would just like to get a good education at a reasonable price.
Adam Sexton, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Manchester man pleads guilty to possessing of child pornography. A Manchester man plead guilty Thursday to possessing child pornography, announced United States Attorney Emily Gray Rice. Alan Yopolis, 49, made the plea in the United States District Court for the District of New Hampshire. Yokopoulos was arrested after an investigation by the New Hampshire Crimes Against Children Task Force Homeland Security investigation of Manchester. The Manchester Police Department and the Bedford Police Department led to the seizure of electronic devices from his Manchester residence. Hundreds of images and video of child porn were found on those devices. His sentencing is scheduled for May 10th, 2017. President Trump's executive orders on immigration expand. President Donald Trump signed 2 executive orders Wednesday that call for building a wall along the U.S.-Mexico border and aim to deny federal funds to so-called sanctuary cities that shield undocumented immigrants from deportation. Wall Street eyes Trump's meeting with UK Prime Minister May. U.S. stock index futures pointed to a flat open on Friday morning as traders eyed several pieces of data in President Donald Trump's meeting with UK Prime Minister Theresa May. First human pig embryos made, then destroyed. Let's take a listen to this video from CNN.
Problems can be a good thing because they force us to find solutions that might take us to a more amazing place. Since 1931, DeVry University has challenged our students to turn problems into opportunities. And today, by putting technology at the root of what we teach, our students are armed with the knowledge to find better solutions and move forward feeling bold, confident, prepared. DeVry University, forever forward.
Chinese scientific teams are editing human embryos. You've seen the stories, you've seen the articles. What's your reaction to that?
It has been reviewed properly with each institution. Just one of the experiments being performed with leftover embryos. And in China, that hasn't really generated enough sort of interest versus the interest from international press. Because many of the scientific detail hasn't really been reported in those news articles. And also the intention of the research hasn't really been properly understood. Also the regulatory process hasn't been really been examined carefully enough. But within our legal framework, those research are not allowed, and so long as it's for research purposes and not for gestational.
I should also add that it's not only happening in China, it's happening elsewhere, like in the UK.
Well, I'll just say that I don't actually work in the CRISPR field, but as an outsider reading the news, I would imagine that that was actually quite a big, major step forward. That experiment, which was reported in China, and in a way, the international criticism of that work is maybe harsher than it should have been.
Yeah.
Right? Because within China, that team has actually done what it needs to be done. But of course, in the scheme of things, that work, even though it was controversial, did actually stimulate the discussion and properly accelerate the discussion in that area. So it probably, does the field some good to then speed up the other effort elsewhere.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Now time for your weather. Your weather for today, partly sunny, breezy, and cooler, highs in the upper 30s. For tonight, partly cloudy skies, breezy and cooler, lows in the upper 20s. And a quick check out your traffic right now. Your roadways are moving just fine. We're seeing all green roadways on the maps right now. No yellow or red roadways being reported yet. Your traffic is moving pretty good on your Friday morning. That does it for your news and weather update right here on the Riley King Radio Network. Have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.